Hello and welcome to my final screencast. It is so hard to believe that we are finally at the end of another school year, but time flies when you're having fun. And I'm sure everybody is ready and beyond excited to enjoy this warm weather and go outside and play in the water. So the screencast will be short and sweet. We have some good events coming up in the next 2 weeks. First off, in June here, we will be having on Tuesday our surprise, which is the Kona Ice Truck. So they will be making snow cones. And we had a donation by a parent that donated money to our classroom. And so all students will receive a free Kona Ice because they donated the money. So we do not need any money to participate. And I thank you so much for donating the money to the students because it was important for them to have an opportunity to go to the ice truck. So it's going to be a lot of fun. This week we also have Field Day. Field Day is a lot of fun. If you look at the Bobcat Buzz, I'm on the most recent issue. We are still looking for people that are willing to help, for volunteers. We need them to help with like games. We're looking for parents that are willing to participate in the game and set up the materials needed as well. So if you're interested, even if you just donate an hour of your time, that's still something enough to help all the students. So field day is a lot of fun, and we're going to go outside and play some games, and then I believe they're talking about doing bounce houses and all those fun blow up things as well. So we'll be doing that this year. Please make sure you send your child with their own sunscreen. If your child comes to school without sunscreen, I do not give out sunscreen because of allergy issues. So please make sure if your child needs to apply sunscreen that you send them to school with sunscreen. Please make sure that you apply some in the morning because we go out probably a little bit after 9:30 is a good time, and we stay out all day. So if your child needs to reapply, make sure you tell them at lunch because yes, they eat outside. Unless it's raining, then they bring them inside to eat, but they mostly eat outside, and we play outside all day. I also have the students carry a water bottle around. We put them in a milk crate, and then every time that we move to a station, I just pick two students at random to pick the crate up and move it to our station with us. So make sure that they bring in one of those. A disposable one's the best. Just write your name on it, and then they can just throw it in the garbage. So that's what we'll do on field day. Dress to play games, dress to play on bounce houses. If I don't think they're doing water games to my knowledge. I have not heard of water games, but if you are concerned, you can always send your child with an extra spare of clothes, and we can always put those on if we need to. But I do not believe we're going to. We have our final student spotlight assembly, and that will take place this Tuesday as well. And our assembly is at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be presenting awards for student council as well and safety service, which our students are too young for safety service, but student council is something that they can earn an award for. Do not forget that we're giving out a library used book sale where some cost 25 cents, whereas others are 10 cents. And Mr. French has some new books. I know I was looking, there were some new copies, and I thought, wow, for 25 cents, that's pretty cheap. So that's that going on. Make sure that when it is hotter weather that your student wears appropriate clothing. Mr. Schiffman wrote here what's appropriate. I'm not going to read it out loud. I'll let you read it as I talk a little bit longer here. So make sure that we still have gym. Make sure that they're wearing shoes that they can run and participate in all the gym activities. So we have fifth grade graduation coming up. Yes, we clap out for them after the ceremony at 11:15. Clap out means we just stand in the hallway and we clap them out. If you plan on picking your child up early on the last day of school, please check in at the office and please have Miss Gray call down or send you with a note. Just for safety, if something happens to you and your student while you take them while it's still school hours and you did not check them out, does become a liability to us. So please make sure if you are planning on checking your student out early that you please check in at the office and let them know and that they need to contact me so I'm aware that your child is exiting for the day. So those are the major things that are coming up. I'm very happy with some of the scores. I DRA tested many of the students, and there's some good growth. I had one student come in, and she came in at a DRA 12, and that's below grade level. And just the amount of effort and work, I'm so proud that she's finally above grade level because that is so abnormal to hear. And I have so many students that I could share stories with you about them, and I'm so proud of all their accomplishments that they have done. I look at my math scores and I see students that came into me doing 30%, and now they're doing 60%, which, it's still not above average, but still for them to go from 30 to 60, that's a good growth for them. So I'm proud of all of them. I know a lot of them had roadblocks and hurdles, and they persevered. They struck through it. They did what they had to do, and I'm so proud. And I think this year I added 3 or 4 more boys to my DRA list of 40 DRA, which I don't know. In years past, I have not had many boys make that list, so I think it's a big accomplishment. So if your son or daughter came home and said, I am a DRA 40, that's a really big accomplishment for them, and you should be really proud. I encourage your student over the summer to read, 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 read. There are some awesome reading programs around the school. You can ask any teachers if they're willing to tutor. I'm sure some of them will. I'm sure some of them have some good locations that they can send you to. Go to Sylvan. Sylvan has awesome programs during the summer as well. If your child struggles with math, seek out some math programs. I know there's a math, I forget what it's called, like a math center right where the Coney Island is located by the Walmart and Kohl's. I know there's a place there. And if you know of any more, that's also a great place to go as well. And if you have an older child at home and they're really good at math, they're reading, they can read or help out your child as well. So anything that you can do, just encourage them to keep reading and keep working on math facts every single day, and give them chores. It doesn't have to be big things. If you're going to the grocery list, if they're going to the store, have them write out a grocery list. Practice writing, practice spelling, practice reading. You know, they need that practice, and that's what I encourage them to do. I will give a packet for them to do. It's going to be a Michigan packet, and all the activities are in there that you can just use your mind and be creative and innovate, and make sure that you encourage your students to keep up with being innovative, and who knows, maybe they will be the person that finally invents those flying cars. So I wish everybody a happy and healthy and safe school year, summer. And I thank you so much for all the volunteer work that everybody has done copying. I thank you for all the donations, and I thank you for all the hard work that you have done at home. I appreciate everything, and I know the students have appreciated everything as well. I wish you nothing but a safe summer, and I hope you read and enjoy your summer and do something fun. Until then, have a great 4th grade school year, and take care of yourself. Bye bye.